All right, welcome, beautiful sisters, to our first prayer meditation. Today is January 12th, 2025, and this is the very first circle I'm super excited to share with the Mary Sophia Rose Women's Circle, a Magdalene Rose Priestess Chalice Pathway of Love. Welcome to our circle today. I invite you to get comfortable. And hi, Harmony. Nice to have you, dear. So glad you're joining us today. And yeah, just super excited to be with you here. So for the last 4 years, I have been leading a women's circle called the Magdalene Sophia Rose Women's Circle for the last 4 years. We started in 2021 and just super enjoyed it. And I love running women's circles. And it had come to a close, though, with the energy of the format, the previous format that we were doing in that circle. And my higher self and guides came in and said, let's take it to the next level this year. Because with the new energies that are coming in onto the planet, which everyone or a lot of us are tracking perhaps through the sun and the plasma light energies that are coming in, the diamond frequency energies that are coming in, and really the divine cosmos, that's part of this huge ascension gateway that we're in now. And 2025 is going to be, I think, a year of both chaos and miracles. We're going to continue to see earth changes and events that are happening around the world. And at the same time, we're being blessed and given opportunities to raise our frequency, to raise our quotient of internal light, and to evolve very quickly in 2025. So today I'll be your guide. I'm Laura Maven Starr. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. And if not, welcome back. And you can find out more about me. You can go to my website, laurahosfer.com, to find out more about me and all the offerings that I have. So welcome to our Temple of Love today. I invite you to get relaxed. Take a few deep breaths wherever you feel comfortable in your home, your sacred space. Please have a glass of water. Light your candle if you would like. I always light a candle on the altar behind me, although I have this beautiful picture of the Torah today I thought would be inspiring with the rainbow. Have your pen and paper and just set your intention to receive today in this beautiful time and sacred time for you. This is going to be our circle format for today. So we are going to do an opening sacred circle ceremony here in just a few minutes. We're going to come in just a minute and enter into the temple space, connecting everyone together with saying our name here in just a minute. You don't have to turn on your video. If you want to keep it off, that's fine. And then I'll go through our 3 circle agreements that help to set up a safe container and a safe space inside this container. We'll have a divine temple grounding meditation with the Christ family, and I always open up to when I channel through the Christ family and connect with them for any channeled messages of love that are coming through for our group today. And then our full moon, our January full moon circle call theme today is to activate the priestess, is our theme for today. So we'll go ahead now and get into our welcome and opening circle invocation first. And so just take a moment to read this opening circle invocation here first. So I welcome you as a member for this gathering. I open this tribe to share space with you and honor your truth. I hold you as a member today of our sacred space. This is my gift to you. You belong. I am your sister who sees your power and your truth as a leader. I feel and honor your heart. I accept you for who you are and who you are not. Thank you for showing up in this world and today and in this circle. I invite you to put down your sword, sweet sister, for I have come to hold your hand. Release your shield, my dear friend, for I now support you and support you safe in my arms. Speak to me as you once did your mother, whispering of your heart's deepest desires. Cry with me as we again hold each other, shivering in the face of our fears. Illuminate your brilliance, my kind neighbor, reflecting like the full moon, the sun's unequivocal offering. Allow me, as you would a child, the dreams that once danced in your night vision. Build with me, my tribe sister. As we roll up our sleeves today and dig deep into the fertile soil of our collective good, co-creating together balance and harmony and peace on earth and within our hearts, a new world of divine feminine leadership is now rising. And then I'd like to move into the prayer of the feminine divine Christ. And I will invite you, if you'd like to say this prayer with me. The first part is from the Sophia code. And the second part is something that I added. So I'll invite you with one hand on your heart and one hand on your womb. And we can just say this together. Divine Mother of all life, take me to the place deep within your womb where I can know no thing and be reborn anew. Sister, I see you, I honor you, I remember you, and I welcome you to this Magdalene Rose Temple of Love. So just take a moment to feel into that, allowing every heart to connect today, coming together in this beautiful sacred circle to inspire each other, to uplift each other, to really create a more intimate connection through our hearts and our souls and our wombs, to remember and awaken our own beautiful priestess truth and to really see each other very clearly in the divine perfection that we are and the imperfection that we are in this beautiful human experience. All of you are welcome, and every part of you is welcome. And that's what we do as priestesses. I feel it's such an important piece of or part of the puzzle today, if you will, as women. And for those of us who resonate with the Sisterhood of the Rose, which I believe all women are a part of, and to honor our sacredness of life, especially that we carry within our holy womb chakra. And this is very precious and very sacred. So as priestesses, we begin to awaken and remember this truth that we are made in the image of Divine Mother, of Earth Mother, and that we're here to hold, to become a beautiful container, if you will, our body, our elemental body, to become a container along with our light bodies, a vessel to anchor in the light and the love of who we really are. And it is not an easy path. It does have its challenges, its initiations, of course, that any path that is really, I think, truly walking, that is truly remembering and awakening who you are, is like anything else in life. It's a discipline, it's a devotion, it's a consistency, spiritual practices of getting to know ourselves, right? To know thyself is the greatest journey that we are all on. We're going to now go ahead and move into our opening sacred circle ceremony and feminine Christ transmission of love with St. Mary Magdalene today, as well as Yeshua and Mother Mary, who are always working here in the temple space. The three of them do come together to create this beautiful triad of love, of light, of inspiration, of healing grace for you. So let's go ahead now and move into our opening sacred space. And this is like a guided meditation that we'll go through and just follow along. Whatever you're receiving is fine. Okay. Yeah, great question, Maud. I am going to talk a little bit about the priestess here. Great question here in just a moment, since we are talking about the priestess archetype today. Yes, I will certainly do that. Great question. So I'm just going to turn off my video for this anytime we're doing the meditation, so we can all move inward. And I'll invite you to turn off your video so we can come inside of our own beautiful heart and womb space. We can reflect within, which is what one of the primary things we do as a priestess. So I'll invite you now to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your womb space, just below the belly button, wherever you feel comfortable. And we always start out with taking a few deep breaths and just filling your lungs, breathing in, filling your lungs to where they're filling up, moving down deep inside the core of you, and then gently exhaling out through the mouth and just letting your shoulders drop, just releasing any tension in the body. And if you're sitting in a chair, you don't want your back to be rigid, but you do want it to be fairly straight. And if you're sitting on the floor, that's fine, or lying down, that's fine. So let's take another deep breath in and then gently exhaling out, just noticing any tension in the face, the jaws, the shoulders, any part of the body. As you exhale out that stress, that is a beautiful release of energy. So breathing in, gently exhaling out. And one more deep breath in, really going inward now, and then gently exhaling out. And I invite you now just to come within the interior of your body, of your being, feeling your hands or fingers on your heart, making that connection with your heart space. Beautiful. And your other hand gently laying over the womb space. And gently now, because our hands are connected to the meridians that run to our heart chakra. So you can just begin to give yourself self-love by opening up the heart space, receiving that influx of love through the hands, moving through the heart, bringing that wave of love down from the heart to the womb space. In this simple but powerful practice of holding your hand, one hand on the heart and one hand on the womb, is a very simple but powerful practice for a priestess, because as priestesses, we're here to be the embodiment. We are here to ascend into the highest realms of connecting with our higher self. But we're here to bring that blueprint, that divine blueprint of our own divine spark, I call it, which holds the divine feminine and masculine qualities of your divine spark that were made in the image of the divine mother, father, or all that is, or the highest source of life, of creation. And so we're here to birth those qualities, those divine feminine masculine qualities, which are of the highest frequency of love and light. And so we bring those in and down into the body to activate those divine blueprint qualities within us. And so as embodies as above, which is heaven, and so below, which is the earth. The priestess role is the conduit of the embodiment of heaven in the earthly form. And so the upper part of our body, you could say from the heart upwards, is the realm of heaven. It is the heart chakra, moving up through the fifth chakra, the sixth, the seventh, up to the eighth, which is the soul star chakra. And then even higher chakras connecting us to our divine spark in the heart of creation. And then our hand on our womb is the connection to the earthly realm. And so the lower three chakras and then our womb chakra, we connect into the lower half of the body, which represents the feminine, represents the earth. And so as priestesses, we are here to also descend by bringing those beautiful qualities of our divine nature into the body, to integrate those qualities of light and love into this physical vessel, which is an elemental given to us by Mother Earth. So you could say our spirit or our soul, light and vibration and sound rides inside and with this beautiful sacred elemental body, which is a sacred temple. We are really one with nature. We are one with the elements of nature, of earth, of water, of fire, of air. And now what's being added in 2025 is the etheric element, which would be the fifth element. The etheric element is the element of, you could say, the cosmos, where we connect in with our galactic cosmic self in the big picture. So I invite you now just to enter into our beautiful divine temple of white rose and just imagine or see or feel or visualize entering into a beautiful marbled white temple with huge white columns, white stairs of marble. And see or feel the doors of this beautiful white temple now opening. And this white temple, or temple of the white rose, is the temple of the Mother Ark, of the Divine Mother Ark. And she exists at the 13th, 14th, and 15th dimensions of consciousness. So just invite you in. We're being welcomed now into the divine temple of the white rose, Mary Magdalene on the left, Yeshua on the right at the doors, inviting us to come in and to take our seat in the circle in the center of the temple. And there are beautiful gold plush cushions in a circle. And you can come and just sit at one of these beautiful golden cushions. And in the center of our beautiful temple of the white rose is the beautiful trifold flame of the heart. So the trifold flame of the heart of the universe, and also activates the trifold flame within our own heart space, our own high heart. And burning within it is the seventh dimensional violet flame. So the violet flame is a beautiful, just like it is, it's a beautiful amethyst purple color. It's coming in from the seventh dimension and it's burning along with the trifold flame, these two working together to help us to purify all that is not of love that we may carry within us. So we all carry dark and light. We all carry unprocessed or unhealed, what we call shadow wounding, or even aspects of us that have been suppressed or pushed out of our consciousness awareness, that are carrying wounded emotions or limiting beliefs or blocks, you would say, or they're carrying a story. But that aspect of us is wanting to come home. That aspect of you carries a spark of your light, and it's meant to live inside of your beautiful body temple here while you're on the earth plane. It's meant to come home to you. So we will work with these two flames, and then also within those two flames is the diamond light of the Magdalene consciousness itself. And so this is coming up in the center of these two flames that are at the center of our circle. And you can begin to connect with that with your heart chakra, just setting an intention or just saying, yes, I receive this connection. I am open to connecting with this beautiful, purification flames here in the center. And just trust however it's showing up for you, however it's coming to you is just fine for you, because we all can connect in differently. So let's take a deep breath now. And also, just outside our circle is a beautiful altar of white marble. There is a silver platter and a gold platter. There are also beautiful candelabra of 13 white candles that are lit. And these silver platter and gold platter are here to receive any divine requests or prayers that you have that you want to have delivered to heaven, to creation itself. And so at any time during our ceremony, you can bring a prayer, a healing request, anything you would like to either the silver platter, which is delivered by Mary Magdalene, or the golden platter delivered by Yeshua. And they will take your request personally and deliver them to creation, to Divine Mother, Divine Father, Source, and to your higher self, and to your angelic divine light team of helpers and guides. That is also available for you here too, to provide you with support in our beautiful sacred circle. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out now, just setting our circle intention today. Take a moment as we come together to align our divine mind, our divine heart, and our divine will centers together in our sacred circle in this beautiful temple of divine love. To co-create a container today for the highest frequencies of love and light to flow through our circle, to surround us, to weave through us, to enter into us with a gentleness and a grace. And we're bringing this in to support every heart's intention for their highest good to be made manifest upon our new earth. And so breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. And just now bringing 2 fingers to touch gently on between your eyebrows. You can gently tap there in the middle of the forehead to open that beautiful pineal chakra in the center of your head. This activates as your spiritual antenna to the Christ consciousness energies. So gently tapping, feeling this connection opening as you touch your third eye, opening that inner spinning diamond light in the pineal. And you may even feel the crown chakra opening as the light begins to enter into the top of the head, into the center of your brain, of your mind. And that light now moves down through the throat, and it moves down into the heart, connecting you to your own beautiful connection with your own beautiful inner Christ consciousness connection, of which you are part of that, and that is part of you, and this is part of your soul truth. Now, whether you feel it now or not, it's okay. It's all right. Just let it be without trying to do anything. You don't have to do anything other than just be open and receive. And now take a moment to send in a personal intention or prayer into our circle. You can either say it silently to yourself, or you can say it out loud. Any prayer requests that you have for healing. And those prayers are now taken into the circle. They are placed upon the silver or gold platter, and they are taken up to the source of creation itself, our original creation of all of life that is pure, that is whole, that is beauty, that is unconditional love, that is beyond really words. And so feel in your body, I feel my heart expanding, or you might feel another place in your body expanding, or you might feel warmth or just calmness, a peace. Whatever's happening is fine. But we acknowledge when two or more of us come together to share a sacred space and unified intention for the highest good to manifest, we can be witness to and receive together shifts of healing and transformation. Even if when one person shifts in the circle, it opens for everyone to shift. So if you're in agreement, you would like to be open to receiving miracles today and shifts, just say yes wherever you are. That's fine. And just breathing in and breathing out. And when we're able to remain balanced within the sacred space of our own heart and womb, we feel more stable, we feel more safe and secure, and we can remain more grounded and embodied in our light, operating on our authentic energies. And then we can rise above the chaos in the outer world. We can stay connected to our higher self through our heart center, with our authentic I am God self connection. We can live from a higher state of being and knowing inside that we are eternal beings of love and light. We are loved unconditionally by Source, Creator. And so now just begin to receive these beautiful pink crystalline rays of light now entering into the circle. They're beginning to move and weave now down through your heart center, through your womb, bringing you to a state of grace and gentleness and quietness and beauty. Beautiful. And just taking a few deep breaths here. This beautiful pink wave of light is now spiraling down. And it's coming down from your 8th soul star chakra, which is about 18 inches around there above the crown chakra. And your soul star chakra is where your individuated personality self that you have in this lifetime meets with your soul, your authentic soul, your higher self, your I am presence, all those words. Beautiful. So just as you gently want to gaze upward with your eyes or rolling up, gently gazing up just in front of you, just out in front of you, just a little bit, about 18 inches up and just out a little bit there. That is your soul star chakra, approximately. You can feel it, you can see it. And now just ask your highest light self to open your soul star chakra and to begin to receive this beautiful vertical pillar of white light that you are, opening up to receive that beautiful white light streaming down, and just asking your higher self to descend down into the crown and filling up the area between your crown and the 8th soul star chakra, asking your higher self to expand that light. Beautiful. Filling up that area with your beautiful love light qualities. Beautiful. And so we'll ask your higher self to descend there to make itself very potent and very connected here. And begin to open the crown chakra, the top of the head, and feel your higher self light now dropping down into the center of your brain, behind the eyes, activating the pineal, moving down further and further into your throat chakra, opening your throat chakra, moving through the throat chakra, just expanding through the throat chakra to allow yourself to speak your truth today. And then moving that white light now down into the heart. Beautiful. Expanding the heart chakra. And then we're going to move this light down to the third, the solar plexus, down into the sacral, into the root chakra. And just feel like a ball of light down at the root chakra, opening and softening your root chakra ever so gently. There's no forcing, pressuring, or pushing. And then sending this beautiful ball of light or wave of light down through the earth star below the feet. And just send it gently with your intention into the center of the new earth. We send it down into the crystalline core of the heart womb of the new earth. And just feel, you might feel your root chakra opening or softening, which is good. And visualizing or feeling, taking in your beautiful soul, your spirit essence into the center of the heart womb core of Mother Earth and dissolving into her heart and her womb. You're becoming one now with her energy of unconditional love. And now begin to feel her energy returning to you up through the feet, opening up your foot chakras, the energy now coming up through the ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips, and bringing the energy now back into your womb. Your womb is just below where you have your hand, just a couple inches below the belly button. Your holy womb chakra is literally your womb. You have a physical womb space as a woman, but your physical womb space is way more than that. She is a beautiful holy womb chakra that connects you like a portal or stargate to all of life. So just whatever's happening, just going with it and feel that energy now coming up to your heart. And feel or see a beautiful figure 8 connecting between your heart space and your womb. A beautiful golden figure 8 that's now connecting and aligning your heart and your womb space into one. The two shall become as one. And this is now merging heaven and earth, as above, so below. And this is the part of our mission or purpose or goal as a priestess, to bring together heaven to earth, as above, so below, to bring in this, the state of heaven, of peace, of beauty, of joy, of love, of creativity, and to embody this and to walk as the one between the worlds. The priestess walks between the world of the earthly realm, as well as she walks in heaven or the realm of the cosmos. So just breathing that in, breathing that out. Beautiful. And now we're going to move into a new prayer that I'm working on that was gifted to me by my higher self. And this prayer helps to align you with your soul self. So as we enter this year in 2025, one of the themes for this beautiful women's circle is to shift from focusing on the self, which is self meaning SELF, meaning we're shifting from the focus on the self of meaning the egoic self, the lower self, the personality that wants to drive us all the time, which was the experience of the third dimension. And we're now shifting our focus, we're shifting our prayer into alignment with the soul self. So our soul self, which represents your I am, divine perfection, your divinity, it represents your highest light self of your individuated spark. We're now on purpose, with intention, going to begin to align with our soul self this year in 2025. And so just by creating this intention powerfully begins to align you with that soul self, which is bringing, again, your beautiful I am presence and essence down into this earthly experience. This is bringing these energies and activate these energies in through your 7 major chakras and also your womb chakra. So I'm just going to read this out loud and we'll go through this together, keeping one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. And now I want you to just bring your focus up again to 18 inches above your head. Just a little bit, your eyes gazing upward, just tuning into that soul star chakra. Again, the connection with your soul and your earthly self. And I want you to just say out loud, I am soul love. I am soul love. I am soul love. And I want you to begin to see or feel or imagine a beautiful white, crystalline white triangle pointing up, and then also one pointing down. The two merge together. We call this the Merkaba, or you could think of it as the 8-pointed Star of David. That's fine. Just imagine it or feel it or with your intention. And that now begins to travel down to the top of your head, into the crown chakra. And now you say, I am soul knowing. I am soul knowing. I am soul knowing. Opening, expanding the crown chakra, the center for knowing. And now this Merkaba drops down into the middle of your head, in the center of your head. And now you say, I am soul seeing. I am soul seeing. I am soul seeing. And this is opening up your third eye to perceive and to see clearly into the 5th dimension and beyond at the soul level. Now the Merkaba drops down into the throat chakra, and you say, I am soul speaking. I am soul speaking. I am soul speaking. And this opens up you to speak your divine truth. Now the Merkaba comes down to the heart, and feel it or imagine it or visualize it in your heart. And you say, I am soul feeling. I am soul feeling. I am soul feeling. Feel the expansion in your heart as you're now aligning. We've aligned all of our upper chakras with our soul. Now we're going to go down to the lower chakras. We're going to move that Merkaba down to the solar plexus. And you're going to say, I am so worthy. I am so worthy. I am so worthy. And this is bringing your solar plexus, your point of divine will, into balance and alignment with your soul. And now the Merkaba drops down into the sacral chakra. And we say, I am soul abundant. I am soul abundant. I am soul abundant. Then we drop the Merkaba down to the root chakra. And we say, I am soul grounded. I am soul grounded. I am soul grounded. Grounding into the root chakra. And now we've grounded a Merkaba of our soul star light. And now we're going to actually bring the last one in, the Merkaba, into our womb chakra, our holy womb chakra. And we're going to say, I am soul embodied. I am soul embodied. I am soul embodied. And this is anchoring now your soul light of your I am presence and aligning with all 7 chakras and then our womb chakra as well. So just breathing in and breathing out now for just a moment, and feel anything. Just notice what's happening in your body, how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling calmer or safer in the body, quiet, a stillness, a peace. Maybe you just feel really more present in the body right now. Maybe your heart is expanded, your crown is expanded, the light around you has expanded. And this is all what we want to embody, our priestess light, which is our divine blueprint, our I am spark that is unique to you. There's no other one like it in all of the universe. Breathing in, breathing out. And now a little bit of light language wants to come through, which is going to come through my heart to seal all this in through Mary Magdalene. And she'd like to bring through this to just strengthen and spiral down a beautiful spiraling gold energy wave from the top of coming down from your soul star chakra all the way through all 8 chakras now, grounding you in to this feeling, into this higher vibration, breathing in. And so that was Mary Magdalene actually bringing in that anchoring of your light. And you may have been able to feel it. I feel it very deeply in my womb chakra. You may have felt something different. That's fine. But she was bringing this in at the time of Egypt as the goddess Hathor, which is also another, you could say, aspect of the Magdalene energy, the Magdalene consciousness, and really helping us to anchor in this feeling today, anchoring in this light of our true structure, of our true design, so that it can begin to anchor in and you can begin to embody it deeper and deeper into your everyday reality, which is really one of the focuses for 2025, that we are going to, as things continue to rapidly speed up, right? Time is dissolving. There really is no time in true reality, but there has been a time matrix in this particular experience of the 3rd dimension, and the 4th dimension is where time is. But once we shift to the 5th dimension, there is no time, and we'll just be in everyday present moment, life kind of living through us. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in and said, heal the siphoning of feminine energy and the masculine manipulative overlay, both coming into balance and union. Yes, very important. And we are all on the priestess journey as priestesses. I feel like we're here to lead the way. We've been practicing that. We've been doing our integration, our inner work for many thousands of years, actually, for many lifetimes. We've been doing this as part of our calling of the priestess to be the ones who bring back the embodiment of the divine feminine consciousness, the divine feminine essence and qualities of unconditional love and compassion and beauty and creativity that we really had a very limited experience of. Really, in the 3rd dimension, there really is no true vibration of unconditional love that exists in the 5th dimension or beyond, that we're moving into, that we can all celebrate. So let's get into our circle agreements today. We just have 3 agreements, and this is to help keep the circle space so that you can feel safe enough to trust the space to be fully here and to be your authentic self, so to speak, or just to be you. okay? There's no judgment in this space whatsoever. This is a space that you can receive, but also you can share. So the first agreement we hold is what is shared here today in confidentiality. And so if you agree, just either raise your hand or say yes with that. We just agree to keep everything confidential. Whatever we share stays in the circle. In the second agreement, we come to the circle as open. We have no expectations. Okay. When we enter into the circle, we came here for a reason. We're entrusted the medicine that each of us offers in this circle and that the circle brings to us. So if you agree with that, just say yes. And the third agreement is we do not give one another feedback unless we're asked. We just don't arbitrarily do that. We just beam each other up. We beam each other through our hands, sending love and light through our hands to each other as someone shares. And this is to honor and celebrate so that that part of us, that inner priestess that can be, she feels seen and heard and valued. So if you agree with that, just say yes or raise your hand. That's fine. First of all, welcome, dear sister, and thank you for carving out a few precious hours today to reconnect with the truth of who you are and to create a practice to bring the sacred into your daily life. This is also part of what we do as priestesses. And this is how we create a more depth, more beauty, more connection, to bring more meaning into life, to bring more alignment with who we truly are, is what we like to say. That part of us that is already whole and beautiful, and the goodness of you that maybe you haven't had that much of that experience in your life. Maybe your life has been very chaotic and maybe you've had a lot of difficulties in childhood and in your life, right? Or maybe even going through that now. I want you to just hear that you are loved beyond measure. This is what Mary Magdalene, one of the first things she shared with me many years ago when I was on my own dark night of the soul for many years. And I also grew up in a childhood that was a lot of gaslighting and narcissism, and even was very toxic in some ways with emotional and verbal abuse and sometimes even some physical. But I was able to overcome most of that. Um, I'm still on my journey. I'm not saying I'm completely healed. I'm not. But what I'm saying to you is that change, real change, is possible. And it all starts with you praying or have an intention or a conversation with the universe that you desire real healing and real change. And I promise you, miracles will begin to happen. Miracles will happen for you. Miracles happen for me. They happen every day. And we can be healed just like that. So today we're activating a divine feminine archetype, the priestess, to guide us there. So an archetype is a pattern that connects the people of the world across time and culture. And it was actually conceived by the psychoanalyst, famous person, Carl Jung. And so an archetype is like a big pattern. It's like a big representation of a certain specific type of energy and pattern. And we connect with archetypes to develop the certain qualities of that archetype within our body, within ourselves. So you could say the priestess is an archetypal pattern that you, obviously, if you're coming to this call or even connecting with me at all, you're recognizing this pattern on some level that you want to learn more about, that you want to develop, that you're aspiring to or desiring to bring more of in your life. And we can connect with this archetypical energy in many ways. We can do it through music, through story, through images, through visualizations and meditations. But the priestess archetype, in the essence of her, she helps us to connect with truth and love. If any time on your journey in this lifetime, and probably for many lifetimes, you've been seeking to reconnect with the truth of who you really are, the truth meaning of your I am divine spark, that unique blueprint of you that is unique to you. And you've been searching to connect with real love, with unconditional love, which is held in the space of the fifth dimension and beyond, that we are returning to now on this earth. So I want to make a distinction here that there is a pathway to become an ordained priestess that takes many years of work to cultivate specific skills. It's not an overnight journey. It can be a lifelong journey, in many lifetimes actually, to develop the skills of a priestess. And we're not really doing that today, but we're just connecting with the energy of the priestess archetype today as inspiration to create a sacred practice so we can stay aligned with our truth on a daily basis. And I would also say that if you're interested in being a part of this new circle this year in 2025, then you will be actually at this level, we will be becoming a priestess in a way. We'll be working toward that, to those to bringing out more of those divine qualities within us, which is really what we've been doing in this circle for the Magdalene circle for 4 years, is to identify our own priestess archetype and to bring out those divine qualities of love and truth in our own life. So we'll start today by introducing Mary Magdalene, a priestess from ancient times. Many people in our community are already familiar or with Mary Magdalene and who she was and who she still is and represents. But her name, Mary or Miriam, means sea, she of the sea, which is a priestess name or also a priestess title. Okay, so priestesses were called, their title was Mary or even Isis, were called in ancient times, and even including in the time of Yeshua, or known as Jesus the Christ, starting with the first Miriam, who was actually Moses' sister, who actually came out of Egypt, just like Mary Magdalene did. It is said that after Jesus or Yeshua died and was crucified, that Mary Magdalene traveled all the way to France, and she was teaching what is known as the way of love, which are the principles of the teachings, the core teachings of that Yeshua, the Christ, brought to the planet. Now, you won't find these teachings really in the typical kind of Bible. These teachings, these original teachings, I don't know that they've actually been revealed yet. I do feel that at some point they will be revealed, but I think they've been held back and hidden until the consciousness on the planet is ready to receive these teachings so that they can be received in the wholeness and the pureness and not distorted. Okay. And so Mary Magdalene was considered the 13th apostle, or the apostle to the apostles. So there were 12 men and then Mary Magdalene. And she also received the teachings and actually understood the teachings that Christ or Yeshua shared with her. You can learn more about that in Megan Watterson's book, Mary Magdalene Revealed. There's many books out there about the life and story of Mary Magdalene. They're not all the same, but you can decide through your own discernment which one you resonate with. I believe that there are more than one timeline because we have parallel realities. And so there's many different stories of their life. And you just tune into which one do you resonate with, right? Because I believe they all could be true, just depending on what timeline of consciousness they were on or what reality. But Mary Magdalene essentially is here as our priestess guide. To what she does is she helps you to connect with your truth, to find the love in your heart, and to really hold life as sacred. And that's like a huge calling today, yes, but it's also very empowering, and it brings you back home to who you are, because the more that, even with baby steps, you open up to receive and allow your own inner priestess to be revealed, right? The one who holds your highest truth, that holds your container of self-love, right? Of soul love, of soul truth, and that where life is being held as sacred. as pure, as holy, which it is. So the priestess is here to walk the pathway of love. And it is a commitment. It's a devotion to yourself, to your truth, and to one of the important pieces is having a spiritual practice to remind us of this on a daily basis. It does require inner work, attention, and conscious choice. I like to work with the energy of devotion. You could say the energy of discipline, but the energy of discipline to me is it's more of a third dimensional type of energy. And to me, it feels more kind of rigid. But when I lean into the energy of devotion, I think of the mother's grace. I think of a soft, strong energy. But you get to choose whatever works best for you. So today in our beginning walk, we're going to start with a group share in a minute to examine the misalignment, any misalignments or disconnects we may still be carrying within us on our priestess walk. We're going to look at this today. You want to go ahead now and grab your pen and paper or journal. We're going to do a little bit of journaling. I'm going to play some music here. And I have the questions here, and what you're going to tune into is the first question is just as you tune into your heart, and you can bring one hand or your fingers to your heart wherever you feel comfortable here, and the other hand to your womb if you want. And just again, tuning into your heart, your womb space, just the inner core of your body and being, and gently asking what gets in the way of you living a more spiritually authentic and aligned life. And whatever comes to you, it could be thoughts or images or feeling or words or colors. You just want to, whatever that is, receive the first, whatever you receive, that's your intuition. And what lies have you been telling yourself? We want to go into this authentic space of being really raw and real and honest. And where you might feel out of alignment with your truth, with your authentic self, with you being and choosing and showing up in your authentic energy. So let's just take a moment now. I'm going to play a little bit of music and just leave these questions here. You can ask them again and just write down just a few words, a few sentences of whatever's coming to you.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release and know.
Okay, so now we're going to move into the next part. So now that we've looked at where we might be feeling out of alignment, anything or stories we're telling ourselves that are taking us out of alignment with our true, authentic self, being aligned with our light, our love, our truth. And now the next few questions you can ask is, if you're coming back into alignment, how would that feel in your body? And the key word here is feeling. How would that feel to be in alignment? What are some of the qualities that you would be experiencing more? Would you be experiencing more joy, more happiness, maybe more peace, calm, maybe just feeling more grounded in life? And what does alignment with your joy, what would that look like for you? What would that, in your reality, your outer reality, as well as coming into alignment with your inner reality of joy, how would that begin to be created in your outer reality? And how does your truth want to move? How does it want to emerge in your life? What would that look like? Or what does joy feel like for you? Maybe it feels like you being out in nature. Maybe it feels like you planting a rose garden. Maybe it feels painting or writing songs or music or cooking or any of these things. So I'm gonna play uh, the music for a few more minutes, and then just whatever comes to you, just write it down. Don't try to screen it. Don't try to stop it from coming. Just let it flow through you, whatever it is. So we'll do that next.
I release, I know. Breathe,
Okay, such a beautiful song by Karen Drucker. I love that. Okay. Before we go into our visualization meditation, what we'll do is we'll take a few moments here to just bring in some group sharing. Again, you don't have to turn on your video if you don't want. Um, but this is all part of the circle is to allow you a space to just share what's getting in the way of you living more spiritually authentic, aligned life as a priestess. Maybe where you feel out of alignment, or maybe any sort of stories or lies you've been telling yourself that you know are not true for your highest good. So you can either, if you want to share in the chat box, you can type in into the chat box, or if you want to unmute yourself and come in with that sharing. And then also as part of that sharing what it would feel like to come back into alignment and what that alignment with your joy would look like and how your truth wants to emerge, for example. Yeah, so I can go first. But the first part of this is I'm thinking or feeling into where do I feel out of alignment. I think for me, I feel like sometimes I still struggle a little bit with self-forgiveness or forgiveness of others. I can tend to be a little harsh on myself. That's been a pattern I've been working with a long time, is coming out of the third dimensional experience of judgment, because I was really steeped in a lot of religion and in the family ancestry as well. So really coming out of that, because that was a way of repressing my feminine, my divine feminine energy, was through trying to, it was a pattern of trying to stay safe in the world through repressing myself, being harsh or critical on myself, to try to keep that divine feminine from popping out into the world, from becoming visible, right? And to show herself, because there was a lot of fear around her showing up and living a priestess life, shining her priestess life light again, because of even persecutions that happened in previous lives, right? And because in our families have family systems to try to keep us safe. And because of different things that happened, it was a form of repressing my inner feminine to keep her at bay, to keep her under wraps, to keep her under control. But when I do that, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel expansive. It feels like I'm shutting down my flow, my natural flow of receiving life and love and light from myself, from my higher self, right? So when I allow myself to come back into alignment and I allow myself to remind myself that is a old story. And if I look and bring myself to the present moment, and I can look around and I go, yes, I'm safe. I'm here, I'm in my body, and I'm safe right now. And there's nothing happening to me. There's no tragedy or persecution going on or judgment going on, because I remove myself from that toxic environment, physically remove myself from that, and created an environment where I can thrive, where I can be more of my authentic self. And that's my truth, right? And that brings joy. That brings me into an aligned life where I can express more joy. I can express more of how I want to create and flow in life. Okay, probably should be timing these shares, but since we have a smaller group today, that's fine. I'll open it up for if any of you ladies would like to share. You can unmute yourself or type in the chat box anything there from what's coming up for you. Okay, we can continue on, and then if you want to share anything, we can. We'll have some more time for sharing here. So we're going to move now to our visualization meditation. And let's see here. So I'm going to, again, just let me check the chat box here. Maybe going to give you all time. Okay, thank you, Maud. So Maud said, my experience is what I shared above my learning lesson as the feminine. I used to give up, despair, and not believing I can do something. And now it is to allow my divine feminine to guide me from my essence. Union is the vision when the masculine also gets healed. Yes, beautiful. So let's take a moment to receive that from you, Maud, and we receive it, we witness it as witness observers, and also just beam you some love and light for having the courage to share with us about your experience. Beautiful. I think a lot of us can relate to wanting to give up, moving through despair, even depression with our divine feminine. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to move into the next part of we're going to do a visualization here. So I'm just going to take a moment to see if I can pause this. Okay, so now we're going to move into the visualization here. And I'll just invite you, we're going to be moving now to the Chalice. The Chalice is located in Glastonbury, England, United Kingdom. It is said to have sprung from the chalice or the Holy Grail that Jesus drank from Yeshua at the Last Supper and had drops of his blood from the crucifixion. The water from this well is also red and taste of iron. Mary Magdalene and her followers had gone to Avalon after Jesus was crucified, as this was energetically a powerful place of the divine feminine that was located from the point of Avebury and the Avebury stones to West Kennet Long Barrow. Okay, so I'm just now going to invite you to close your eyes, one hand on your heart, one hand your wombs. Take a few deep breaths coming in and out of your body again, relaxing on the exhale, relaxing your eyes, your eyebrows, your face, your hands, your feet, opening your jaw, and just maybe sighing or just releasing any tension. Relax your shoulders by shrugging them up as high as you can and then dropping them down. Relaxing into the belly, into the womb, or the exhale, letting it all go. And now just imagine yourself in a beautiful, lush garden with gorgeous greenery and flowers everywhere. Or feel a beautiful red stream flowing, and you begin to follow it upstream. You now stop at the gates of two large yew trees located inside the garden of the chalice. You place a hand on the tree to the left, honoring the feminine. And then you go over and place a hand on the tree to the right, honoring the masculine. And now you whisper, I am sacred. You pass through the gates and slowly make your way to a doorway. You enter and see a pool to the right, pool of water, icy cold water. And you feel your body beginning to merge with this body of water and become alive. You continue to walk through the water toward a beautiful fountain. Here you pick up a golden chalice that lies at the fountainhead of this beautiful fountain of water that is flowing freely with grace and love. You now say, I am sacred. And now you take a sip of the water, and the water tastes, it tastes a little bit like it's metallic, or you can taste the iron, which is the feminine, the magnetic quality of the feminine. You now begin to journey by walking up some steps and follow the spring through more beautiful flowers in the garden, coming to the third gate that reads Chalice above the doorway. You now look down and pick up a red rose lying on the ground. And holding the red rose, you say to yourself, I am sacred. I am sacred. You now continue on to the chalice and take your seat, sitting next to the beautiful chalice well. You close your eyes and you begin to feel into the waters flowing deep within the well. You begin to feel into the stones that carry thousands of years of memories inside them. You begin to remember this place, and you begin to see or feel or imagine sitting with Mary Magdalene at the well as she passed you a cup, asking you to drink. You remember your first taste of the blood of the goddess, the metallic, magnetic taste of iron. Take a big, deep breath in now and feel her now. Opening your eyes inward, there you see, sitting before you, Mary Magdalene, dressed in a red with a shawl covering her long flowing hair. Just connecting with her heart. Take her into your heart. She pours lavender oil into her hand and rubs them together. She brings her hands up to her face and takes a deep breath in, smelling the fragrance of the lavender oil. She then places her hands on your feet. She bows down to you and kisses each of your feet, rubbing them gently with the oil of lavender. Smelling this beautiful oil weaving in and through you, she looks up at you smiling and hands you a beautiful rose. She whispers to you, welcome to the Sisterhood of the Rose of Love. Do you vow to walk as love in this lifetime, sweet sister? Now tuning into your own heart, now, just take a moment to feel and sense and see what it means to walk as love and to proclaim the Magdalene consciousness is part of your consciousness as well. She then offers you this beautiful chalice, and you drink the water, once again sealing the vow that you have just taken, the awakening, the remembrance of the Magdalene consciousness within you. She leans over and whispers in your ear. Take a moment to receive her message. What does Mary Magdalene have to share with you today? What does she want you to know about your own priestess walk and journey? Just take a moment receiving her love, her message, a word, a color, a symbol, receiving that into your heart. Just take a moment to feel her presence expanding within your heart, the energy running up your perineum, your root, up your spine, running up through the pineal, the third eye, out your crown, going up higher about 18 inches to your soul star chakra. What do you see? What do you feel? And now in your inner vision, opening your eyes, you see the chalice well in front of you, and you are now once alone again. You walk up to the well with your rose in hand, and now chanting, I am sacred, as you drop each petal into the waters of the chalice well, whispering, I am sacred. And now breathing in and breathing out. When you are complete, you walk out through the two gates of the chalice well, stopping at the two yew trees, the symbol of both death and rebirth. Now completing this ritual by thinking of one thing that you're willing to let die, one thing that you're willing to let go of, an old story, an old habit, a thought, a belief. And as you let that go, you can just let it go into the ground, into the earth, giving it to Mother Earth. You can see yourself just letting it go out of your hands, out of your heart, out of your body, and just releasing it down into the core, the fiery core of Mother Earth, to a golden ball of energy, of sacred fire that's being transforming that energy back into love. And as that energy is transformed of what you've released back into love, into a golden ball of light, just imagine bringing that beautiful golden ball of light into your crown chakra, filling you up now with the energy of love and light. And now thinking of one thing that you deeply desire in your heart that you want to bring forth into the world. One thing that you would like to create this year in 2025, maybe something new or something you're transforming, something that you want to bring in as sacred service, or maybe just transformation with yourself in a relationship. And now just take a moment to take in a deep breath, anchoring in what you want to birth in your life, more of. And just being with that for a minute, just really giving yourself a reference to that desire, just really taking it in. This true holy desire you hold in your heart, your womb, your soul is real. It's real for you, and just honor it with respect and love. Beautiful. So now just begin to make your way back from the inner journey, the inner vision from the chalice well. So taking a few deep breaths in. Okay. So we're going to move now into the next part of our journey here. In the next, our final ritual for today is called Under the Veil. Okay, so we're going to do this ritual under the veil, and what you're going to do is you're going to have your scarf here. Okay, you have a scarf or something to drape over your head here in just a minute. And we're going to just now tune into our hearts, tune into our womb, tune into the core of you, and ask this question: how do you want to feel on a daily basis? Maybe there's a word or an image or a symbol that you can connect to that feeling. So, for example, let's say you want to feel more joy in your priestess walk on a daily walk. What symbol could help you to bring that immediate reflection and feeling, the feeling of joy? And so you can just tune into your intuition to see what that might be. So, for example, when I tune into the energy of joy, or a symbol, a color, a word, I get a flower, a daisy. But you can get whatever is coming to you, whatever's coming to you, just drop into your heart. And maybe you want to feel more love in your daily walk as a priestess, or joy, or beauty. Maybe you want to feel more peace, more harmony. Okay, beautiful. It says intermarriage, feminine with masculine in my human self and sacred union. Yes, beautiful. So maybe you could ask for a symbol to come in to represent that inner harmony between your inner feminine and masculine. Beautiful. And then now tuning into your heart and womb, what do you need to let go of to be fully connected to your truth and be the embodiment of love? What do you need to let go of to be fully connected to your truth and be the embodiment of love? Whatever comes to you is perfect for you, whatever's coming up, and just gently writing that down, whatever it is for you. And now we're going to take our veil or our scarf and just gently put it around like this for a moment here. All right. And now we're just going to say out loud to ourselves or silently to yourself, we're going to speak our truth, and we're going to say, I am the embodiment of love. So gently repeat that to yourself 3 times. Hand on heart, hand on womb. I am the embodiment of love. I am the embodiment of love. And let's actually change it to I am the embodiment of soul love. I am in the embodiment of soul love. I am the embodiment of soul love. And now you're just going to take your glass of water and you're going to drink that as you speak these vibrations one more time into that water and speaking these vibrations out loud. I am the embodiment of soul love. I am the embodiment of soul love. I am the embodiment of soul love. And as you speak that, you can feel the vibrations of love moving from your heart down the meridians through your hands, holding your glass of water into the water. And the water will take on the frequency of that soul love. And then you can just take a few sips of that water. bringing that vibration of soul love into your body, into your being, into every cell of your body and being blessed as you become the embodiment of soul love as a priestess. Okay, beautiful. So now you can take your veil off, and now we're just going to tune into, before we do our closing circle, we can create a daily sacred practice based on what came through under this veil, and this is our integration, so we can do the work to stay in the energy of I am the embodiment of soul love. So you can create your own daily practice, anywhere from 2 minutes to 15 minutes or whatever you choose on a daily basis, to connect with your truth, to remind you you're walking the path of love. What would that be? What would that look like? For example, we can use a 4-step process. We can recognize where we've fallen asleep, or what do I need to shine the light on in my life? It could be an old story, limiting belief. It could be, where do I need to shine my light, my priestess light, into my own inner darkness, my own inner shadow, to bring it into the light. And then we can release a pattern, a behavior, or a belief that we need to let go of, that we know is no longer in alignment with our truth, with our priestess path and walkway as love and light and truth. And then we reclaim, what is the feeling you want to evoke or get back to? What is the feeling that you want to feel more of every day? Maybe you want to feel more joy. Maybe you want to feel more peace. Maybe you want to feel more clarity. Maybe you want to feel more harmony or calm. And then the rise would be, what actions need to take place to embody your truth? Like, what actions would that be? Would it be, okay, every day I'm going to take a walk for 15 minutes outside with nature, and I'm going to smell the flowers or smell the roses, or I'm going to put my hands in the dirt, or I'm going to go down to a beautiful creek or a lake or to the ocean, and I'm just going to sit and feel the wind on my face, right? Because it feels good and it clears my aura and energy field with the salt air. Or I'm going to take 15 minutes to journal in the morning with my cup of tea, or and light a candle, and I'm just going to be with myself for 15 minutes, giving me time without anything else, just focusing on myself and what my needs are. And I can open up to hear my inner voice and ask her, what do you need today? How can I support you today? How can you support yourself? And then some questions you might ask in developing your spiritual practice would be, are you going to have the practice in the morning, at noon, or night? You might want to bring in some meditation, some movement, or dance, or music, or affirmations, or journaling. Where will you have this time, this spiritual practice? Will you have it at your sacred altar, or in a special cozy place you like to go to? And will it be the same or different each time? But most importantly, how do you want to feel after the spiritual practice, this practice of devotion? Whatever you decide, because you're the creator, you get to decide, you get to create, right? So you might want to take a few notes on that and say, let go of not standing up for myself. I hear you. I hear you. And thank you for sharing that. Let's all just beam some love and light with our hands for having the courage to share with us. And I think a lot of us can relate to that, to not standing up for ourselves, not having healthy boundaries, not taking care of our needs, not taking care of our true feelings, not expressing our true feelings, our true needs in life, giving away our energy, our resources, and not really putting ourselves first in a way that we're meant to do, that we're meant to have, to take care of ourselves, to have those healthy boundaries, and to meet our own needs first. Because if we don't, we're going to become depleted and be giving from an empty cup. And I can assure you that is not a way you want to live. Now, that may have been your way of survival for many lifetimes. I know it was for me. And in this lifetime, and I've been working toward this lifetime, as many of us have, to begin to heal those old patterns of giving away our energy, our resources, our essence, and not taking care of ourselves first. Because we're meant to be giving from a container of that is full and flowing, from giving from the overflow. We're not meant to give from an empty cup. So many of us as women can identify with that, right? We feel burned out, we feel overstretched, we feel maybe not grounded, we may feel scattered, we may feel overwhelmed. These are all different ways of life trying to tell us to come back home to ourselves and to begin to take care of our own needs first. And that's not selfish. That's self-love or soul love that we're talking about today. So we're just going to, because I know we're over time now, because I went a little bit too long on the opening meditation. So we'll have to correct that for the next call. We'll just take a couple minutes here. You can use your scarf if you want to just take a minute to dance as the medicine of love. We'll take a couple minutes. You can dance around with your scarf or whatever you feel. And we're just bringing in the flow of everything to help integrate everything we've done in our ritual, in our visualization today.
Honey on the hot, fresh start. This is where it all begins. Let me be medicine. Honey, it's all in your heart, it's all in your soul. Just let it blow into you, shine right through you, flow into you. Let me be medicine, 'cause you know, calling in, you know. Honey on the hot, fresh start. This is where it all begins. Let me be medicine. Listen what it's here to teach you. Trust you're strong enough to break through. It's in our nature to thrive. What will it take for you to arrive? Let me be just what you're calling. Let me be medicine. Just what you're calling in. Honey on the hot, fresh start. This is where it all begins. Let me be medicine. Let me get out of the way so we can be in our space for the healing. Soothe your spirit with a melody as the remedy. Let me be medicine. Wherever you go, wherever you're looking for, let me be medicine.
Beautiful. Let me be medicine. So just love that. Beautiful. And let me go ahead now. In our closing circle today, what is your takeaway for today? And if you want, we can just put into the chat box, or you're welcome to unmute yourself. You're welcome. And just in closing, just type in what you're taking away today in this circle today of love and light as we reconnected with our priestess archetype today. And just feel free to type that in to the chat box. I know I'm taking away today just a beautiful new connection with my own inner priestess. Every time I focus on her and I bring light to her, I remember her, I allow her to be here. I allow her to rise within. I allow her to beam her priestess light. It feels so good to me. It just feels good. It feels right. It feels good and correct and yummy. And yeah, that's what I'm going to contribute to the circle today. And Harmony said, "It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful ceremony. Thank you so much." You are so welcome, Harmony. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here. And if you came in a little later, that's fine. I'm going to post the replay and you'll be able to go back and enjoy the ceremony. If anybody has anything else they want to share or say as we come into our closing, and for her closing says, the takeaway is the new embodiment of the divine heavenly qualities connected to the human lower chakras, becoming newly purified and more lively. Wow, I feel that, Maud. Beautiful. Very powerful. Very powerful. Beautiful. It's amazing. And before we close today, I just want to mention that January is the month for signing up for our Mary Sophia Rose Temple Art Circle in 2025. This is the first circle, the full moon circle today, as we have the full moon coming in tomorrow. And I think it's a full moon in Cancer. And so we will be having a group share and a ceremony like we did today on the full moon, every month in 2025. We'll meet 2 times actually during the month. So this will be the new format for the first group on the full moon ceremony. And then on the new moon, we'll meet around the new moon. We'll do something different. We will be doing some heart womb healing and working with our beliefs and blocks and doing some higher self healing with Mary Magdalene, a second call, the new moon. So if you're interested in joining us this year, would love to have you join us in our new Mary Sophia Rose Temple. If you go into the chat box at the very top, you can, I can copy this again and put it in here. If you just want to go look at what's included in this new circle, I put that in the chat box there. You can click on that link and it will take you out to my Thrive cart where you'll see a page with all the information and the details about the Mary Sophia Rose Temple. And again, we'll be meeting 2 times a month and all of those calls are recorded. And then there's some other benefits to being part of it as well that I talk about on the sign up page. And if you have any questions about the sign up or anything like that, and you want to chat with me about it, you can just email me and I'll put my email in if you like, or you can go to my website and you can sign up for a free chat with me. Just schedule that. And yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. But all right, everyone, it's been beautiful to spend time with you today. Thank you for coming. We will be meeting again for the new moon on Wednesday, January 29th. I'll send out an invitation. You're welcome to try us out again for free on January 29th. And I'll send out that general invitation to our community. And if you want to come and have that experience, and hopefully you'll decide to join us. Would love to have you this year in 2025 and journey along with us as we expand into our Rose Chalice pathway of love. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and stop the sharing here into the chat box. And Harmony said, thanks again. God bless you. Take care. Thank you, Harmony. God bless you too as well. And thank you for being here live with us. And those who could be here live today. And again, I'll send out the replay to connect with you again very soon, either in person here or if you want to reach out to me. Would love again for you to consider joining us this year in the circle. I'm very excited to bring it to you. All right, beautiful sisters, thank you again so much for being here